Good afternoon from the Mountain Weather Information Service. This is your forecaster, Jeff Monk, looking at the planning outlook on the mountains for the week ahead. The weather is on the change. Just a comment about the weekend. Rain will move northwards on Saturday, gradually clearing England and Wales. There will also be low cloud with that rain, and eventually it'll clear into southern Scotland in the evening. But really poorer conditions with the first rain for many days in many parts of the country, ending up across Scotland in the afternoon. On Sunday, a ridge of high pressure will give a largely dry day, just a few showers, but generally a bright, breezy day with a patchwork of sunshine, good visibility, and most cloud above the summits. But this is Monday's chart where we will start and look at next week. Lots of isobars, though at 1 millibar intervals, but even so, upland gales will be widespread. So the winds on high ground near or on the higher summits above gale force throughout the day, possibly a little bit of dropping as the day goes on, particularly across Highland Scotland, but nevertheless a windy and very wet day with widespread rain across western mountains. In some areas it will never cease right through daylight. Well inland, some breaks in the rain, particularly afternoon and evening. There'll be very extensive, very low cloud as well, the air having come from the subtropics. So all western mountains, those exposed more to the southwest actually, will be bathed in low cloud. That does mean that right up in the far northwest of Scotland, Northwest Highlands, where the lie of the coastline, north of Skye, is a little bit more north-northeast to south-southwest, here probably the low cloud not penetrating that far inland, if inland at all. So the cloud base, although windy and often wet, not as low here. Looking at Tuesday, and on Tuesday we do have the lowest confidence. We will have a front, which I shall sort of draw on according to this model. It's sort of through there somewhere, but according to some of the other models, it's a little bit further on, or even there is something of a wave coming through later in the day. So we are struggling, but do expect that there will be areas of rain and low cloud, particularly across England and Wales on Tuesday. Wales in particular may be bathed in very low cloud throughout the day. Further north across Scotland, a good chance that the worst of the weather will have cleared, the wind will have dropped somewhat, a few showers, but perhaps not a bad day. But as I say, confidence is low as far as Tuesday is concerned. By Wednesday, that front is likely to be across central southern England and out into the North Sea. Again, a little bit of uncertainty. It could be that, particularly in the morning, Wales, especially South and East Wales, is still enveloped by rain and some low cloud. Further north, it will be a showery west or southwesterly breeze, quite windy on some of the northern summits, although probably not up to gale force. Something of a drop in temperature beginning to come into western Scotland as the day goes on. Cloud base generally, though, will be higher on Wednesday. Some of the summits in western Scotland probably staying in cloud throughout the day, perhaps above about 800 or 900 metres, but further south behind the cold front, a good chance that most summits will become cloud-free and reasonable visibility. By the time we get to Thursday, we will have lost fronts. The wind will still be coming in from the west, possibly turning northwesterly as the day goes on, toward the Northwest Highlands. It will be showery. Cumulus clouds, that's bubbling up clouds, will be across the country. There'll be a patchwork of sunshine, more especially on eastern mountains. Fairly cloudy skies, I think, on most western mountains. Here, only glimpse of sun coming through. There will be showers then, generally speaking. There will be most showers on west coastal mountains during the morning. These tend to transfer inland as the day goes on, as often happens during the summer half of the year. Again, quite blustery on some summits, particularly from northern England northwards. Again, a little bit colder, probably on the highest summits in Scotland. There'll be a little bit of hail or sleet in the showers, with the summit temperatures, Ben Nevis very highest across Scotland, not very far from freezing point. Although, again, there is some uncertainty for Friday, the flow could well be almost northerly, bringing colder air down across the country. That means freezing level may be down at 900 or 1,000 metres across the Scottish Highlands. So in the showers, which will continue on Friday, there will be hail in them, perhaps down to 500 or 600 metres. In the Northwest Highlands, small hail, there'll not be big hailstones, and some of those showers penetrating southwards right down as far as Wales. Again, if anything, toward the north-facing coast, most showers in the morning, but tending to transfer inland as the day goes on. And then really into the following weekend, very uncertain at this stage. Some of the forecasts suggest that it will continue cold, clear northerly winds, excellent visibility, but further showers. Other forecast models suggest that the northerly will be more fleeting and the flow may well turn westerly, but with pressure fairly high, it doesn't look as if rainfall will be particularly high. Nevertheless, I do think that by the following weekend, at least some fronts will be beginning to drift into the country from the north or the northwest, bringing either a collection of showers, the showers merging together, perhaps giving an hour or two of constant rain in some areas. Finally, one more chart. If you can see the map of Britain underneath this is actually a total rainfall map until Wednesday. And you can pick out many of the western mountains by these bull's eyes. The orange colours, particularly showing a small area of the Lake District and the southern uplands, are basically where there will have been 2 inches of rain, 50 or 60 millimetres during that period. Now, with the uncertainty on Tuesday, some of the forecast models suggest that the totals will have been rather more across Wales. So perhaps the Snowdon Range, western summits in Wales, even the Brecon Beacons, may have approached 2 inches by Wednesday morning. So at the moment where we've got these extensively very dry conditions underfoot, in most mountain areas they will have gone by the middle of next week. Notice though that rainfall is a little bit less intense or less accumulation across the Northwest Highlands and also eastern mountains. So the Cairngorms summits that you can get at from basically Deeside, perhaps Angus. Here there will have been very little rainfall in total, as there will have been in the Cheviots and also the eastern Pennines. It may well be also there's considerable rain shadow over northeast Wales, so the Berwyn Mountains may be an area that gets very little rain in total. So even the middle of next week, although not extensive, some areas will still be very dry underfoot. So with some mixed weather next week, nevertheless I think there should be some good days on the hills, particularly as the week goes on, and more especially on eastern mountains. So do enjoy the mountains.